Well, so nice to meet you, Elyse. Thanks for making some time for me today. I'm excited to talk to you and to hear more about your story.
So I have been battling cancer for the last 7 years on and off. It started 2015 with feeling a lump in one of my breasts. It took a year to get diagnosed after seeing a few doctors for that, just thinking that it was fibrous tissue. But then what turned out to be angiosarcoma that I had been living with for that year. So diagnosed in 2016 initially. Um, we did chemotherapy to try to shrink it down to get as good a margins as we could, with surgery being in the plans too. Chemo would shrink it, but it would kind of go back up. So we decided to go ahead and go with the mastectomy. I did a single at that time, and followed by 30 rounds of radiation. Was clear for about 4 years. In that time, we had our first son, Darwin.
Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you. And, just happy because we didn't know if that was going to be part of our story together, having kids after cancer. Then, 2020, um, I had felt a lump in the other breast. And I was like, oh, please
Oh,
let this not be what I think it is. Went in and got a biopsy, and yes, there were two smaller areas in that second breast. Jumped to a mastectomy, no chemo at that point, and then more 30 rounds of radiation after that one as well. And then I was clear for a year, found out I was pregnant. And during my pregnancy, I just was having a lot of pain in my hips. It just got worse. The pain got worse every day. I felt like I couldn't put any weight on it, and I went to crutches. Then I had a slip, unfortunately, on a rainy day. At that point, the cancer had made my bones so weak that it had a clean break on my femur head um, at that point. And so that was a month before my last little one was due. And so I had a broken leg for the last month of my pregnancy. And so when we delivered him, we did immediate imaging, found at that point what I didn't know, that I did have a broken leg, as well as reoccurrence of cancer in that area, as well as my lungs, liver, and pelvis. And it was just, the extreme high of meeting your son, and having that special moment with my husband and I. And then an hour later, being diagnosed, just all of it feeling like it came crashing down. And but yeah, obviously a lot of things flashed before me of like, oh my gosh, will I even be able to see my babies grow up? And um, but I'm very blessed to be where I am today. I'm still fighting. Um, I have been on chemo for a year now. They say, for this time, this diagnosis, it's metastatic, and so I'm not sure what the future holds for treatment and daily life, but we're just living it day by day, and thankful for every single day, all the moments,
all the moments and oh my gosh, talk about trials and tribulations and highs and lows. And my journey is nothing like yours, but just the roller coaster is one that I remember thinking, you feel like you're okay, we know what's going on, and then takes another twist and a turn and takes you down a different path. But I think you're right? Like, that's all you can do is be thankful for every day and live every day to its fullest. And
Mhm.
that's exactly why we created this nonprofit. Those moments that my family and I had as I was going through my treatment at concerts were some of our favorite moments, where we didn't think about the hospital or our next chemo treatment, or, you know, impending surgeries or more tests that were coming down the path. We were just able to be in the moment with one another and enjoy each other's company and enjoy the music. And when we got to the other side, for me, you know, my husband and I started brainstorming and said, we've got to do something with this. And we have so many contacts in the music industry, and like, we're going to figure out how to make this happen. So, you know, you're exactly why we've created this foundation. So, who do you want to see?
Yes, one of my favorite bands is Blink 182. Oh my gosh, just like when I think of them, it's just fun, you know, everything about them. And then seeing how close their concert was going to be to us, since I live in Omaha, um, KC was the closest, Kansas City. And so uh, we were just really considering it. I mean, tickets are expensive, so it's an investment, you know? So I just figured, well, maybe let me see if I can get a little help with this.
Absolutely. Well, we're honored you found us and came to us, because that, like I said, that's what this is all about. So I know Jeremy's working on some different grant options, and we're excited to, you know, figure out what we can do and what kind of package we can put together with you. And I think he's even started to reach out to some other organizations to see, and, you know, maybe we can even partner up and make this a little bit bigger. So, you know, stay tuned. Yeah, well, listen, Elyse, I don't want to take a ton of your time, but I'm, first of all, so thankful and honored that you took the time today and, you know, shared your story with us. We're excited to work with you, and look forward to helping you make some memories at Blink 182 in Kansas City.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, looking forward to it too.
Absolutely.